Yay, yay, yay. Okay. The Faculty Excellence Award is presented to a faculty member of Idaho State University's, I'm going to stop doing that. I don't need to say Idaho State University every time. The Faculty Excellence Award is presented to a faculty member of the College of Education who has made a significant impact in further
I'm so sorry. I can't.
The Distinguished Leader Award is presented to an alum of the Idaho State University's College of Education. I don't want to say that again either.
I could go through this slide. I mean, like, so when you're introducing people,
Mhm.
I'm waiting to like, because Robin's face is still up, which is totally fine. I could put in like a white slide.
No, I think once I introduce the award, I would not have her picture anymore. I would go right to Marilyn Byrne.
Like that.
Yep, just like that. The Distinguished Leader Award is presented to an alum of the College of Education with at least 5 years of professional experience Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 7th Annual Celebrating Excellence event. I'm so pleased to have the opportunity to share this morning with you all. My name is Tana Christensen. I am the Director of Development in the College of Education. I want to start by telling you a little story. Last night, my family and I went to dinner, and we're talking about the day and catching up on things. And my daughter says, you know, this speech class I'm taking, I just hate it. I hate standing up in front of people and speaking. It is not fun at all. And she looks at me and she says, aren't you nervous about tomorrow? And that's a fair question, fair question. So I said, well, do you get nervous when you talk to your friends? And in her 15-year-old infinite wisdom, and the eyes roll clear back in the back of the head, she says, no. And I said, well, neither do I. So I'd like to take a moment to recognize those friends today. To the members of ISU's administration, to generous donors and friends to the College of Education, our esteemed alumni, and incredible students, faculty, and staff, I thank you for joining us today. I feel so blessed in this role to be able to work with alumni and selfless donors in the mission of supporting our students and helping them to succeed. We appreciate you joining us for this remarkable event to recognize the accomplishment of those who mean so much to our college. I'd like to introduce Interim Dean, Dr. Mark Neal. Dr. Neal?
Well, good morning, and thank you for being here. It is in the very important tradition of celebrating excellence that we're gathered here this morning. This event was established a few years ago to recognize outstanding contributors of 6 individuals in 6 distinct and unique categories. The College of Education's Bengal Partner Award, the Distinguished Leader Award, Faculty Excellence Award, Outstanding K-12 Educator Award, and Outstanding Early Career Alumnus Award, and finally the Staff Excellence Award. It was former First Lady of the United States, Eleanor Roosevelt, who said, and I'm taking some liberty here in paraphrasing this, weak minds talk about people in gossip and spreading rumors. Average minds talk about events and things that are important. But great minds talk about ideas. Noted author Joel Arthur Barker expanded on this pearl of wisdom and added that vision without action is merely a dream. Action without vision just passes the time. But vision with action can change the world. This morning we recognize 6 individuals who not only had an idea, a vision, but more importantly have acted upon their vision, and as a consequence have made our world a better place to live, to learn, and to work. Their vision of a better tomorrow and the subsequent actions that they have made considerable contributions in their respective professions. So on behalf of the College of Education, I am pleased to honor these 6 recipients with a Pride of the College Award during this morning's Celebrating Excellence ceremony. If you're ready, let's meet our first award recipient.
Thank you, Dr. Neal. The Staff Excellence Award is presented to a staff member of the Idaho State University's College of Education who has had a significant impact in furthering the college's mission and vision by consistently going above and beyond the normal scope of their duties. This year, we are honored and excited to introduce Mrs. Amy Dressel as a recipient of the Staff Excellence Award. And as a side note, her parents couldn't be here today, but they are watching all of the action on the live video. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Bytoff. Here to introduce Amy is Dr. Robin Lindbeck, Associate Professor in the Department of Organizational Learning and Performance.
Maybe I should come up this way. So it's my honor to introduce Amy Dressel. In the time that she's been part of the College of Ed, Amy's had a huge impact on the College of Ed, on the university, on our students, on our departments, our community, all of it. And that's one of the advantages of being in outreach and marketing, which of course is what Amy's responsible for, is that she gets to be a part of everything and everyone. I think Amy knows more about everything that goes on in the College of Ed than any of the rest of us. Sorry, Mark. Any of the rest of us. Maybe combined. So in terms of outreach, Amy, of course, enthusiastically attends every single outreach event that we have. And she does it with her smiling face and her enthusiasm and her knowledge to help draw in those students into our programs. In terms of marketing, Amy is omnipresent at events. In fact, this is the first time I've been at an event with Amy where I've seen her face and not her camera. Because most of the time, Amy is taking pictures of all of us and gets it on social media before the rest of us even have a chance to get home. And the other thing that I think is really great about Amy and the contributions that she makes, and part of the reason that she really does go above and beyond, is her willingness to do whatever, whenever, wherever we need you to do it. The breadth of what she does is staggering. So in addition to her outreach and marketing, she's a part of many university committees. On the college, she's a member of this committee. She's a member of the Promote Committee. She supervises 10 of the Kent Center CPIs. So the breadth of what she does is tremendous. But I think really the reason that I value Amy so much, that I think most of us value Amy so much, is that she does all of this with a smile on her face, with a song in her heart, and with tremendous grace and enthusiasm that really allows everything that she does to turn out beautifully. So it's my honor to recognize Amy as the award winner for the Celebrating Excellence Staff Award.
Thank you, Robin, so much for that humbling introduction. Your kind words mean so much to me. I'm incredibly honored to be standing before you this morning to accept this prestigious award. You know, ever since I was little, I thought I would be a kindergarten teacher. I went throughout my life volunteering and participating in any classroom that I could because I love children and I wanted to make a difference in our future. It wasn't until I was a junior in college when I realized that the classroom setting just isn't for me, but I knew I wanted to make an impact in education outside of the classroom. So I focused my energy on mentoring and outreach in different organizations within the education sector so I can continue to make an impact on kids and communities. This is how I found my why. 2.5 years ago, I was living in Chicago, and my husband comes up to me one day and says, "Amy, I got a job opportunity. Do you want to move to Pocatello, Idaho?" My first reaction was, "Oh my gosh, congratulations." And then immediately after, I was like, wait, where is Pocatello, Idaho? And so we did some research, and we found that Pocatello, in fact, has both a Costco and a university. So it can't be all that bad, right? Well, it didn't take us long until after we moved here to realize that there was a common sense of pride in the Bengal community and such a love for Idaho State University. I was inspired by people's stories for the orange and black, and I knew I wanted to be a part of that spirit. So when the outreach and marketing coordinator position opened up here at the College of Education, I knew this was an opportunity I could not pass up. With my outreach background and passion for educational opportunities for students, I was excited to take on this important role for the college and for Idaho State. I truly love and believe in the work that we are doing here, and I'm inspired by the stories of our students, our faculty, staff, alumni, and our friends are doing. I honestly have the best job because I get to share what our amazing community is doing, and it is powerful. While I was in AmeriCorps serving with City Year, one of our mottos really hit home to me, and it is this: we must never lose the human aspect of what we are doing. We must always remember our why. For me, it's seeing a career path intern working with a smiling second grader. It's learning about one of our faculty members being awarded CTE Teacher of the Year. It's an alumna who is investing her time and energy to help build up Old Town Pocatello and using those resources with the Idaho State community. And it is seeing students use resources in the college that have been gifted by our generous, incredibly generous donors. I want to thank all of our students, staff, faculty, administration, alumni, donors, and friends of the College of Education for your dedication, tireless work, and the relationships that you have built. Thank you for welcoming me to the College of Education and for giving me the opportunity to have impact on our Bengal community. You are my why, and I thank you.
Thank you, Amy. The Outstanding Early Career Alumnus Award is presented to an alum of the College of Education who has graduated in the last 10 years and has achieved significant accomplishments since degree completion. This year, we are honored and excited to introduce Mr. Spencer Christensen as a recipient of this award. Here to introduce Mr. Christensen is his colleague, Mr. Dan Armstrong.
All right. It's a real privilege to be here today. I've moved out of the classroom in the last few months, and I have a privilege of traveling all of North America, taking care of education for Adobe Systems. And so I get to see a lot of teachers all over the continent. And I couldn't be happier today to be here to introduce Spencer to you. I've known him for a long time. It started like most of the folks that I meet. Dr. Jacobson said, hey, I got a student that needs a room to stay at BPA Nationals. Do you have an extra bed? You know, sure. And so we brought Spencer in, and he's just been amazing ever since. They say, you know, as we travel through all these places and we try to help with what we do, well, you did these things, you know, in little old Idaho, but, you know, we're New York City, we're Chicago, we're all these big places, and it's different. And if you can make something amazing happen in a place like Grace, Idaho, there are some awards that need to be received. So I just have my full support behind Spencer, and it's really great to know that we have some future leadership coming up in Idaho that's going to make a big difference. The hardest thing we do as leaders is realizing people's potential and just letting them do what they're so good at. And that's what Spencer's done. So without anything else to say, I just am proud of you, Spencer. It's been great. You're awesome. This is just the beginning. So I'll turn over to Spencer Christensen. Thanks.
Of course, I'm a business technology teacher, so my notes are on my phone. I just want to first say thank you to the College of Education, the selection committee, and those who are my nominators. The award is completely humbling, and I'm very honored. I'm very active in our Idaho Business Education Association, and through that and other of those professional endeavors that we embark on as teachers, I've been able to meet a lot of teachers throughout the state, and really all of them have impacted me in some way, shape, or form. It's just really great to be a part of such a great group, and as I've met quite a few of them, there are a good number of them that are alumni from the College of Education here at ISU, and I know for a fact that we all are very grateful to have graduated from this institution, had the mentorship that we've had, and the preparation that we've received to be educators. This past week at the Adobe Max Conference, CEO Shantanu Narayan gave the opening address at the Adobe Max Conference. The summary of his message that I took from it, basically, and realizing that Adobe is a worldwide leading technology company, he basically summed up by saying that Adobe, we do what we do to empower all voices. They remove barriers of creativity so that everyone can tell their story. While Adobe does that with technology, I feel that we, educators, have the ability to empower all of those around us to succeed. One of the most meaningful activities I remember from my time at Idaho State was in our classroom management class. We were just given a simple note card and asked to write down one or two sentences about our students, future students, and what we thought they should become. I don't quite remember specifically what I wrote down, but I do remember that it helped me create a vision. And then that vision drove my why and became my passion as I came into the classroom. Another aspect of my professional career is serving as the Idaho Business Education Association Conference Chair. And we've been doing that the past 2 years, and our theme has been that you matter. So we bring these teachers in, and we want to make sure that they feel valued and important, and that they get replenished and refilled as they go back to help their students. It was a very wise mentor of mine that said, well, what's the reason we're doing this? Go back to the theme, go to the why. Why are we doing that? And all of our decisions became clear. So as we all remember our why, we have this vision that not only empowers ourselves, but those around us. Many times we feel that we haven't made a difference, and the fruits of our efforts really sometimes aren't even known. But I feel that we've all inspired somebody in some way, shape, or form through our leadership. So my challenge today to everyone is that we create that vision for ourselves, we create that vision for those that are around us, and we use that to drive ourselves so that we can empower others to see their full potential and succeed. Again, I'm grateful to the College of Education, the faculty, the staff, my family members, mentors, friends, everyone that has supported me and has made a difference for me, and I hope that I can replicate that and continue to empower those around me and help my students succeed in their future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Armstrong. The Outstanding Educator Award is presented to an alum of the College of Education in recognition for outstanding achievement and contribution to the education profession. We are honored and excited to introduce Ms. Megan Bullock as this year's award recipient. Here to introduce Ms. Bullock is Dr. Emma Wood, Interim Assistant Dean of the College of Education.
So I'm very excited to tell you a little bit about Megan. Megan graduated here a few years ago with her degree in elementary education, and she soon started her first teaching job at Lewis and Clark Elementary as a part-time fourth grader, and then the next fourth grade teacher, and then the next year, yeah, part-time, right? And then the next year, she went to fifth grade and knew that that was the grade that she loved. And she taught at Lewis and Clark for 16 years, then moved to Idaho Elementary. And so she's now been teaching for collectively 21 years and can't believe how fast the years have flown by, because teaching is her passion, and she feels lucky every morning to get up and go to a job that she loves to do. So I've seen Megan's range as a teacher over the past several years that I've known her, as she has taught 2 of my 4 children. And she's helped both of them to develop self-discipline and prepare them for 6th grade, and more than one teacher. Megan's a teacher who values the struggle and provides the structure for students to find their best self. Both of my sons had amazing growth in their 5th grade year due to the very individualized attention that they had for their various needs. I've seen Megan accommodate the needs of students on both ends of the achievement continuum and given them the resources that they need to believe in their own intrinsic worth and talent. So one of my boys wrote this. He says, "I recommend Mrs. Bullock because she's doing everything she can to teach me so I can learn. At the beginning of the year, I was not good at anything. I felt like I was not going to do well in school. Mrs. Bullock helped me by meeting my goal of succeeding in math and reading. When I'm struggling in math or reading, she tells me I can do it, and I eventually do. I can now read on grade level, and I can do grade level math, and I feel I'm going to succeed in 5th grade, middle school, and high school." My other son talked about how he had some academic strengths, and she did everything that she could to support him. Also, if he had any questions, he knew they would get answered. And while he struggled with writing, with her help, he feels that he can write really well now. One of the favorite traditions of Megan's class that the boys told me about was Dumb Joke Wednesday. And that if you didn't laugh at her jokes, she was a little hurt. And one of their most memorable jokes is this one. "What did 0 say to 8? Nice belt." So on that note, I'd like to congratulate Ms. Megan Bullock as the 2019 Outstanding Educator Award recipient.
All right, wow, with that introduction, I get a little teary when I hear about kids that come back and talk about me, so that meant a lot. Thank you so much, Emma. I want to start by thanking Idaho State University College of Education for this prestigious award. I feel so honored. In fact, when I got the phone call, it was a message on my email, and I had to listen to it like 3 or 4 times because I wasn't sure that was, I thought maybe it was a joke. I wasn't quite sure I was actually getting that award. So I really appreciate it and I'm so grateful for the honor. I also want to thank Dr. Emma Wood for nominating me and for allowing me the opportunity to teach her children, because she does have 2 wonderful kids that have a special part in my heart that I'll never forget them. They're back there. I'm looking at them right now, and they mean a lot to me. I have lots of memories of them. I also want to thank my village. It takes a village. I don't get where I am today without huge support group. I have a wonderful husband and 2 great kids that allow me to, they put up with me coming home when I'm tired at night, dealing with other kids, and I'm on my last nerve, and I probably take it out on them way too much. And they follow me, my kids follow me around. We go to everybody else's sport. I try to go to all my student sporting events. We go to football games and soccer games and dance and piano recitals, and they traipse around with me. So I know I appreciate them being such a good support to me. My parents are here today. I want to also thank them. I wouldn't be here today without them. They always promoted education in the home. They supported me. They taught me to be the best. Growing up, every day before we would leave our home, my dad would say, "Be the," and we as kids had to say, "best." And he would follow us to the bus stop if we didn't say best, you know, when we got to be our ornery teenage selves. So, and my mom always encouraged her daughters the importance of making sure we get our college education so that if we ever needed to, we could stand on our own 2 feet, we could support ourselves, we could be independent and powerful women. And all three of my sisters have graduated, all three of us have graduated from college, and we hold good jobs. And I would say that we did that because of my mom, how important it was to her. I've also had the opportunity to work at 2 different schools under 2 different amazing principals. My first principal was Evelyn Robinson, and she was an amazing administrator and taught me a lot. And I am now working under my principal, Nick Muckerman, and he has been a wonderful administrator to work under. He always has my back. I know sometimes I'll go tell him things I said, and he'll think, oh, how am I going to deal with the parent when they call on that one? But he always supports me, and so I appreciate him. And then I have amazing colleagues. My partner in crime, Debbie Nichols, here today, and I just appreciate her. She puts up with my crazy ideas, and she's my closest friend. We work well together, and I feel like we have a pretty successful program at Idaho because we're such a good team, and I appreciate her. My why, we've talked in the last, it's kind of a theme, the why I just do what I do. You know, it's not gonna lie, it's gotten harder over the last 21 years from when I first started. It's sure different than it was 21 years ago. And I thought, you know, it's because of that great salary we get as educators. That's got to be it, but no. And I thought, well, you know, a lot of you say that aha moment. You know, you love when kids get it, and that's important. But I think for me, it's that making a difference. And when I was thinking about this, a story came to my mind that I've heard, and you guys probably have heard it too, about a little girl that was throwing starfish walking along the beach, and she was throwing starfish into the ocean, and a woman was off to the side watching her, and went up to the girl after a few moments of watching her throw in the starfish and said, what are you doing? And she said, well, the sun's coming out, and these starfish are going to die if I don't get them back into the ocean. And the woman proceeds to tell her, well, it's pointless. You can't begin to make a difference in all these starfish. And the girl sits and thinks about it for a moment, and she picks one up and throws it back into the water, and she says, well, it mattered to that one. And I think as a teacher, you know, you're just a small part of a child's educational journey. You know, I just get them for 1 year. And I don't know the impact necessarily that I have on kids, but I know that each day when I show up and I put a smile on my face, that it is mattering to at least one of them, that it's making a difference. And so I'm so thankful that I get to be an educator and that I get to make a difference in kids' lives. And again, I'm very thankful and honored to be thought of, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I love that starfish story. Gets me every time. Okay, the Faculty Excellence Award is presented to a faculty member of the College of Education who has made significant impact in furthering the college's mission and vision through service, teaching, and research. This year, we are excited and honored to introduce Dr. Robin Lindbeck as the recipient of this award. Introducing Dr. Lindbeck by video is Danny Moffett, Program Director in Athletic Training in the Sports Science and Physical Education Department. Please turn your attention to the screen.
Congratulations on your award, Robin. It is so deserving. I'm so sorry I can't be here in person to celebrate with you. Had I known that I was going to be on the road, I would have waited to nominate you next year. That probably wouldn't have mattered because you still would have won. I nominated Robin for many reasons, all of which I can't share today, but I want to let people know just how amazing she is with her job and with her students. Although she doesn't teach the teacher, she is teaching her students to be leaders in industry and giving them opportunities to move forward in their careers. Her students know that she cares for them, and this is evidenced by her student-nominated awards and honors that she has received since she's been here at ISU. Do you all know she graduated from Harvard and Pepperdine, and is pretty much amazing outside of education as well? I don't think so, because she is the ultimate professional and focuses on her students in all that she does. What I think is her greatest quality is her integrity toward her classes. It doesn't matter if she has a class of 10, which is, wishful thinking, or 25. Her requirements for her students and herself are going to always remain the same. She doesn't water down the work, which in turn places a greater burden on herself, but she does it anyway. Hey, Robin, when was your day off this semester? Was it the third Thursday of September? Probably, and that was the only day that you have taken off. Remember, next semester, you need to take more days off. One of my favorite stories that she shares with me, in different reiterations, is when she is out and about. Someone will walk up to her and say, "Hi, Dr. Lindbeck," and then starts talking to her like she should know them. Partway through the conversation, she realizes, hopefully, that it's one of her online students, whom she only knows by name and occasional voice. In reality, most students wouldn't take the time to say something, but hers do. Robin, you definitely deserve all the recognition for all that you do. Thank you for representing us so well. And just so you know, I want to be just like you when I grow up. Love you.
Dr. Robin Lindbeck.
So it's appropriate that I have a video introduction since I teach online. So I want to thank everybody for this award. It's especially meaningful because it comes from the College of Education. And the College of Education is full of faculty who are amazing, both in their commitment to students and in their knowledge and what they do in the classrooms. So I've spent my career helping adults learn. My field is human resource development, HRD. And what I've learned about HRD is when you meet people at dinners and cocktail parties and say, "I'm in HRD," they get this kind of glazed, they're not really sure what you do kind of look. So here's what I tell them when I meet them at dinners. I'm in the be better business. My job as an HRD professional is to help individuals, teams, and organizations be better. And we do that by unleashing the potential of the individual, primarily employees in organizations, so that they can bring their full selves and their full capability to the job, their full enthusiasm to the job, so that their job can be better, so that their team can be better, and so that their organization can be better. So the first part of my career, I was an HRD practitioner. I was lucky enough to lead a bunch of HRD teams in a bunch of different organizations. And what I learned is that I got a double dose of the Be Better. So not only was I doing the Be Better HRD work, but I was able to develop the 50, 60 HRD professionals that worked for me. And that was incredibly gratifying. And so it's because of that that at some point I decided to move into higher ed. Because rather than just develop those 50 people, why didn't I develop 50 people a class, Danny? Not 25 people a class. Why didn't I develop 50 people a class or 50 people a semester? And so that's why I made the move to higher ed. And ISU has been a fantastic place to work. We have an amazing HRD department in this college. We have an undergraduate degree in workplace training and leadership. We have a master's degree in human resource development, and we also support career and technical practitioners who want to make the move to being teachers themselves in the classroom. I work with a tremendous group of colleagues. both faculty and staff. They're knowledgeable, they're student-focused, they're committed to helping develop our students. Our students are fantastic. They are primarily post-traditional students. They work full-time. Many of them are first-generation college. They have families. They have other responsibilities, and yet they still manage to do what they need to do in the classroom. And so it's my privilege to help them move to the next step of their professional career. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Lindbeck. The Distinguished Leader Award is presented to an alum of the College of Education who has demonstrated exceptional leadership in their field. This year, I am honored and excited to introduce Dr. Marilyn Kent Byrne as the recipient of this award. As recipient of the 1999 Professional Achievement and 2017 Distinguished Alumna Awards, Dr. Marilyn Kent Byrne has provided inspired and transformational leadership for more than a half-century. Marilyn graduated from Idaho State University in 1967. Her professional career in education has led her to positions of great leadership and responsibility in Pocatello, Albuquerque, New Mexico, San Diego, California, Eugene, Oregon, Lincoln, Nebraska, and College Station, Texas. Her responsibilities have ranged from teaching middle school to serving as a dean of a college of education. Through it all, Marilyn's devotion to Idaho State University and our College of Education has been unwavering. Marilyn's leadership and generosity has led to the establishment of the Joe and Pauline Kent Center for Student Success here in the college as a place for students to receive academic advising, to study, and to collaborate. I shall never forget something that Marilyn told me when I got this position as the Director of Development in the College of Education, and that is this: the mission of supporting the work of preparing future educators is a sacred one. To teach is to touch a life forever. While serving as dean at Doane College in Lincoln, Nebraska, Marilyn saw the need for graduate programming for her students. To fulfill that need and create opportunities for not only the students under her care, but for students, the future students of Doane College, Marilyn initiated, planned, developed, and delivered an innovative and highly effective graduate program. Marilyn's colleagues and peers recognized her as Outstanding Woman at Idaho State University in 1966, as the Outstanding College of Education graduate in 1967. This institution has proudly watched Marilyn shine and inspire thousands to dream more, to learn more, and to be more. We recognize her this morning as the 2019 College of Education Distinguished Leader. Marilyn sends her sincerest regrets for not being able to join us this morning. However, she was so honored to receive this award that she wanted to share this video with us.
Good morning. Thank you for this special honor, and congratulations to the other recipients who are here today. I wish I had the opportunity to meet you and visit with you some. I'm very grateful to the College of Education, to Dean Mark Neal, and especially to Tana Christensen, who nominated me for this award. I have been a fan of Tana since I first met her, and when I learned she would be working on behalf of the College of Education, I knew that the college was in good hands. You know, ISU started me on my lifelong journey in education, which I consider a noble and a sacred profession. Those who are studying to become educators, as well as the thousands of ISU graduates who are teaching and leading K-12 schools and working in higher education settings, are to be honored for the daily work that they do. A very long time ago, I read a quote by Neil Postman, which said, "Children a time we will not see. I felt that was such a good description of the work that we do as educators, because we only get an opportunity to be with individual children for a very short period of their lifespan. It reminds me of the cathedral builders back in the Middle Ages. The cathedral builders at that time had a lifespan of 35 to 40 years, and yet the great cathedrals took 75 to 100 years to build. Of course, it began with the vision of the master architect, but then it was carried out, and it became a reality through the work of the stonemasons and the bricklayers and the glassmakers. They could have only seen themselves as laying bricks or making glass, but for many of them, they saw that they were part of a bigger mission of creating this beautiful cathedral that they would not see to fruition during their lifetime. What they saw, though, was the possibility. And when we're working with students, we're working with that same possibility. We only get to mold and shape them for a very short period of time. And usually we don't even get to see them when they become adults, although we continue to develop and grow throughout adulthood, even into our later years. But as educators, we watch so many young people move through our classrooms and our schools and our colleges and universities. Great teachers who we are honoring today and great leaders are not just laying the bricks, but they're building beautiful cathedrals. We trust, even though we cannot see the final product, that we are builders of greatness. We treat each child, each adult in that way. Thank you for the important work you do. I treasure the contributions you are making. And go Bengals.
Congratulations, Dr. Marilyn Kent Byrne. The Bengal Partner Award is presented in recognition of an individual who has demonstrated exceptional service to the College of Education in the form of volunteer activities that support the mission of the college. This year, we are honored and excited to present the award to Dr. Ron Bollinger. Here to introduce Dr. Bollinger by video is Dr. Karen Appleby, professor in the Department of Sports Science and Physical Education and coordinator for the Program of Instructional Effectiveness at Idaho State University.
Good morning, everybody. It's my honor to introduce Dr. Ron Bollinger for the College of Education Celebrating Excellence Bengal Partner Award. Ron is an alumnus of ISU and has been a partner to the college as a community supporter, faculty member, and tireless advocate for our faculty and our students over many years. I was first introduced to Ron when I served as the interim dean of the College of Education in 2016. In this role, I had the opportunity to attend the regional superintendent meetings. In these meetings, Ron was always a staunch supporter of ISU and the College of Education and tirelessly advocated for our programs, our students, our faculty, and our staff. Upon his retirement as superintendent of the American Falls School District, Ron took on another important partnership in the College of Education as a faculty member in the School Psychology and Educational Leadership Department. As a faculty member, Ron has shared his professional expertise with emerging K-12 educational leaders. He has also continued to help support ISU by serving as the faculty liaison with our regional superintendent groups. I would be remiss if I didn't also mention that Ron's support of the College of Education extends to service commitments that often go unrecognized. For example, he donated a large portion of time, effort, and dedication to serve as the community representative for the College of Education Dean Search in 2018. His commitment to this process absolutely demonstrates his exceptional service to the ISU College of Education His leadership and partnership are highly valued by his colleagues both in the College of Education and university-wide. I am very honored to call Dr. Ron Bollinger my colleague and also my friend. And I believe his history of positive support, valuable mentoring for students and faculty, and leadership make him an outstanding awardee of the College of Education Celebrating Excellence Bengal Partner Award. Congratulations, Ron, and I'm so sorry I can't be here to celebrate with you this morning, but I'm sending you a big high five. So congratulations, and thank you again for being an outstanding friend and colleague.
Dr. Ron Bollinger.
Thank you very much. I'm honored and delighted to accept the Bengal Partner Award. This award is especially meaningful because it highlights the loyalty, commitment, and service that I've tried to and had the opportunity to bring to Idaho State University. I want to thank you all for the kind recognition. It has been thoroughly enjoyable to call ISU my own for all these years. Declaration. The Ron and Patty Bollinger family is an ISU family. Our blood runs orange and black. For over 50 years, for my wife Patty and me. Speaking of my family, I would first like to thank and acknowledge them. Collectively, we hold 12 degrees from this university. My wife Patty is a counselor in American Falls School District, and she has both a bachelor's and a master's. My oldest son, Alex, is a business professor here at the university, has a bachelor's and 2 master's degrees. My daughter, Elizabeth, has a bachelor's and a master's degree, and she's a 4th grade teacher. My youngest son, who's not here today, Mark, is a graduate student in Indiana and holds a bachelor's and a master's. And for me, it's been a few years ago, but I have a bachelor's, master's, and an educational specialist degree from here. We have one more member of our family, our son Jeff. He attended ISU, but since the ISU no longer had the architectural program here, he transferred and graduated from the University of Utah and is an architect in Utah, and he's with us today. So with all that involvement, you can see how crucial a role that ISU has played in my life and our entire family. Every member of our family is a product of public education system in Idaho. I am grateful to have served for 46 years as a teacher, building principal, director of special education, assistant superintendent, and for the last 22 years of my career as superintendent of schools in the American Falls School District. This country would not be the nation it is without our public schools. Many of us, including myself, would not be where we are as people if not for public schools. Public education stands alone as the institution to strive to improve their quality of life, regardless of their circumstances. Public educators, past and present, like yourselves, play an essential role in holding together the fabric of our society. You show love and care about your students when such concern is nowhere else to be found, sometimes sadly, even in students' own homes. Public education, both K-12 and universities such as Idaho State, have been one of the great blessings of our lives. It is my hope that their important role in our society will never be lost. Over the years, it has been our pleasure to serve and promote the university academic programs, extracurricular activities, and the arts. In addition to giving financially, Patty and I have had the opportunity to serve on the ISU Alumni Board, where Patty is the current president-elect, and I have been active in the Idaho State Civic Symphony, which I also am president-elect. Going down the memory lane, Rita, you'll hear this. I first came to ISU in 1968 when Dr. Richard Willey was the dean of the College of Education, and Dr. Bud Davis was the president of our college. I remember that the counseling faculty member, Dr. Art Lloyd, was my first advisor. And I had a number of excellent professors during my time as a student here. Names like Evelyn Craven, Wilma Benatendi, Robert Forsard, as well as my excellent mentor in education administration, Dr. Laverne Markham, are among many others who played excuse me, a critical role in my education. I am truly grateful that all I have received as a result of being a part of this college and the university community. And I realized years ago that it is our responsibility as a body to help the current and future Bengals to enjoy the opportunities that have enriched us. I currently serve on the scholarship committee for the College of Education. And reading about all the needs that our support provides to our students underscores this responsibility. Once again, thanks for my nomination from Dr. Appleby, all the faculty and staff of the College of Education, and of course, all of you. Thank you very much. Go Bengals.
I want to thank you all again for making time this morning to join us here and celebrate the contributions of these 6 outstanding individuals. Mrs. Amy Dressel, Mr. Spencer Christensen, Ms. Megan Bullock, Dr. Robin Lindbeck, Dr. Marilyn Byrne, Dr. Ron Bollinger. You're truly inspiring individuals, and we're proud to be associated with you. Special recognition is afforded to all the friends. Go ahead. They deserve it. Further, special recognition is also afforded to the friends and family and colleagues of our award winners who are here today. Today is also a celebration of you and your support of our award winners. As it's been said this morning, it takes a village. I would also like to thank all of our university and community guests who have joined us today to celebrate and recognize the accomplishments of the faculty, staff, alumni, and partners at this very special place that is the College of Education. Ask that the award recipients stay around for a little bit afterwards so we can get a group photograph, and I want to invite all of you to stay and visit with one another at a reception that is being hosted in the lobby immediately after this event. So again, thank you all for coming. And I hope to see you all at the ISU football game this afternoon. And roar, Bengals, roar.